education department at a theater, I think ultimately their role is to connect the community with the theater. I, as a student, and looking at it how it meant for me, it was reaffirming that theater would continue. It was bringing theater to a younger generation. But there's another element too, because Roundabout worked with schools that a lot of others chose not to. I mean, Roundabout reached out to parts of our community that are ignored or overlooked. So beyond just helping connect the young with theater, it also helped connect students with New York. I know from my personal experience as a teacher, bringing my students to Broadway, these are New Yorkers that have never been to Broadway. For the first time in their life, they felt that they owned Broadway, that this was a part of their city now. And it was a truly sort of rewarding experience in that of its own. I mean, despite seeing Bye Bye Birdie and loving the show, they had this sense of ownership now for what Broadway was. Broadway was New York, and we're New Yorkers. If they described their favorite moment that year, it would be the day we went to see Bye Bye Birdie. Taking them to see a Roundabout show, despite the fact that it was during school hours, they enjoyed it, and they weren't afraid to say it. And that broke down a wall. I have one student who, for most of his academic career last year, he had a hoodie, and he was very good at wearing that hoodie all the way with the hood over his head, and that was the shutdown mode, and then you wouldn't get anything out of him. When it came to seeing this show, we asked him to keep his hoodie down the whole time. And I would say within 5 minutes of the show starting, we didn't need to remind him of that. He had a smile from ear to ear, and he came out of that show singing the songs. And this was Bye Bye Birdie. Just seeing this response where for somebody who thought he was being dragged to something by his teachers, to transform into something that he truly enjoyed and wasn't shy to say that. He liked the show. Liked it enough that even though in our world men can't walk around the streets singing show tunes, he felt comfortable enough doing that because he enjoyed it, because he felt like it was his now. So that's where I saw it as important. It illuminated something for him. He became part of the city that he had shunned away in so many other ways. Theater is an art form that should be enjoyed by everyone. It's a beautiful art form, it's an old art form, and it needs to be continued. For the people who donate to Roundabout, especially on behalf of education, the first thing I can say is thank you. What they allow to happen is truly magnificent. And what makes it so important is not only does it allow for our community to get together around something, and it allows for people who normally wouldn't pick up theater or couldn't afford it to be able to come and see it. It also allows us to create a much better educational environment. Being a part of Roundabout has always helped me help fulfill my need to give back to this community. And now as a teacher working with Roundabout, I love the difference I feel we're making.